Hey, how you guys doing? I know it's been a little minute, but you know, life is happening to all of us. Hopefully you guys had a good Valentine's Day. You know, not one of my favorite holidays. I just try to avoid it, but it is what it is. So as usual, you know, I do my readings. I do them for the collective. I do it for the highest good and the highest healing. And whoever needs to hear the messages the most. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then it's probably not your message. Don't force things to fit that do not fit, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm going to do 3 separate messages today, and you can get something probably out of each message. So again, just take what resonates, and we all have feminine and masculine energy. Okay, so if I say he or she, just apply it to whoever it resonates to, okay? And for those of you trying to reach me, I do not have Messenger. Please do not contact me on there because I check it every few months. There's way too many crazy people that be trying to get a hold of me. Better off you leave me a comment and I'll leave you my number and y'all can hit me up. But yeah, that's all of that. Hi Brittany, how are you? Hi Dory, I know I haven't seen you in so long. How have you been feeling? So I'm gonna start the reading now. So what we have here is, I don't know if some of you have like a place where you can like you can meditate, or an altar, or any sacred place, a place that's yours. And if you don't have one, you know, just set it up. It doesn't have to be a large space. Or hi Derville, how are you? It doesn't have to be like a large space or, you know, a whole room. It's just set up a place where you can find time to be alone and be to yourself and sit with your thoughts, okay? Because some of you don't have that, and in not having that, you're not allowing yourself to connect with your ancestors or allowing yourself to find the peace and quiet that you need, okay? You have to understand that you are the one who sets the pace. So regardless of wherever you're at or where you're living or whatever you have going on. Oh, Dory, I'm so happy. That's so awesome. So yeah, you know, you guys set your pace. So if, however it's gonna go, if you decide, you know what, let's say if you're running a household, you're a mom or wife, whatever, you run the household, you know, and you have to decide how things are gonna go. So everything is gonna go at whatever pace you set. So if you set the pace of, I don't want to do shit, then more than likely everybody else in the house is not going to want to do shit. If you set the pace like, okay, this is what needs to get done, this is how we're going to do it, then things are going to pick up and they're going to go. But you have to understand that throughout any part of your life, you have to decide how you want things to go. And you have to put the energy into it, even when we don't really want to or feel like it. You have to kind of count down, be like, all right, I'm going to count down, and then you're going to go start and go towards it. Because if not, you're going to just be stuck in the same shit you've been in. Now here we have, there's people that have things that need to be healed. So this is one of the harder things that I found. It's trying to find peace and trying to figure out what's broken and trying to find the healing and all of that within everything. And it doesn't all happen at the same time. It'll be something might trigger you here, something else will trigger you over there. And the more you get triggered, it's revealing to you what it is that needs to be healed in you. You know, a lot of us take our triggers and we get upset with people and be like, damn it, why are you pissing me off? Or why are you doing this? And it's not necessarily them. It's that they're doing something that we feel some type of way about it. And there's a reason, because it's more than likely something that has programmed us to react in a certain form. So you have to go into that and try to clear that up within yourself and not project it onto other people as if they're doing something to you. And some of you need to break free of things, okay? Because you're keeping yourself in a place where you're stuck and you're missing out on opportunities, or there's opportunities that are being presented to you and you're afraid to move towards them. Okay, Spirit's saying you need to take a leap of faith. You have to have the courage to move towards these things, because if you don't move towards this, you're going to stay stuck. You know what you're in right now. You already know what you have. You know what you've been doing. It's not going to be different. If it hasn't been different for however long you've been dealing with the situation, what the hell makes you think it's going to be different now? Hi, Khaled. How are you? Okay, so understand. You have to bring a balance into whatever it is you have going on in your life, okay? Because everything is a balance. Some of it might be karmic, other is just bringing in justice for things that you've been wronged in. But you have to figure out which way you want to go, because I'm kind of sick of the twin flames and soulmate and all of that shit, but if the cards show me that, then that's what I have to read. But there is some type of there's some type of balance that needs to be brought into a twin flame situation. Now, for some of you, it's forgiveness that needs to take place, because there is someone here that's contemplating either on asking for forgiveness or giving forgiveness, okay? Now, whatever it was that happened between you guys, only you know. Exactly, Dory. No change means no change. It means you're going to get the same shit, so you can leave and come back if that's what you really want. If it's what you want, you can always come back to this. You got to just go do something else. But whoever is in this situation with their person, okay, there is whatever needed to be balanced out. It looks like it's being balanced out, but forgiveness needs to happen here. Now, it looks, and I got twin flames again. It looks like there is someone's watching. So it's either whatever they're seeing is causing an internal tower moment or causing like a aha moment, that's they're just sitting here and they're contemplating. So maybe they realize something, or they've seen something that's just causing a tower, or they could be going through a tower that is causing them to want forgiveness, okay? And forgiveness, like I say, it's more for you than it is the other person. You don't have to forgive other people. You know, you don't have to do any of that. I like to just release everything because I don't got the time to carry all that shit around with me. So just try to do that. Because whatever this is, it is definitely a person, your person, and you should know who this is, but they're watching, and they just keep watching. So if you guys haven't been in communication, don't think that they don't give a fuck or that they're not there. They're actually watching you right now as you're going through your life and whatever you're posting. So don't think that, oh, they just disappeared out of my life and they don't give a fuck, because that's not what it is. Okay, they want you to move beyond your patterns. Okay, so like I said, these cycles, if we have a habit of doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting results, or if you're with someone and they're telling you, oh, well, it's going to be different, or I'm going to change, and you're waiting for that change and it hasn't happened yet, how long are you going to sit there and wait for that change to transpire? You know, are you going to waste your whole life waiting for somebody to change, or are you going to take the initiative and change your own life? You know, and like I said, you can always go back, but Spirit wants you to break the patterns. If you notice, and it might not even be your pattern, it could be from generation to generation. You know, look at how your mother or your father was growing up. Look at how your grandmother or your grandfather were, like the things that they went through in their lives, the way they were in their relationships, and see how it played out in your parents' life and see how it's playing out in your life, because it'll give you a better idea of what needs to be broken and what needs to be changed. Because here it's looking like there is, oh my God, whoever this person is to you, there is so much love, and they have no conditions. They love you unconditionally, regardless of whatever it is that's happened or going on. Understand, this is unconditional love. Whoever this person is for you, that is what it's unconditional. So regardless of how they're acting, or if they're not speaking on it, or they haven't told you, there is unconditional love in this situation, because that is your counterpart. And maybe they haven't realized it, and that's probably what they're contemplating on, and they probably don't know how to ask for forgiveness because they feel really bad about what happened. And, you know, sometimes, like the way I grew up, there was no I'm sorry. It was just, you'll be all right, you'll get over it. And if they grew up like that, you know, it's like almost forcing someone's hand to be like, hey, you know, apologize, admit that you were wrong, be accountable for your actions. Yes, Dory, we all do. I'm kind of tired. I'm like, ancestors, damn it, why ain't y'all get y'all shit together? Be like, y'all put too much on my plate. But really, like, whatever this is, there is love here. So don't feel like you're not loved by this individual, okay? Because it's showing that they want you to have faith. Just because you can't see it and they never spoke it, doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not real, okay? So don't feel like you have to be in your head questioning it, and is this really my person or is it not, because they never said anything and they act like this. They're saying this is there's nothing better than this. You're not going to get anything better. But there is something here that you guys aren't sure. There's a decision that needs to be made, and it's like you're really in your head trying to make sure you make the best decision. But the decision you're making, if you feel like you have to leave something, it is going to be for the, it's going to do you good, because it's going to help you build a firmer foundation. Because wherever you're at or however it started may not have been a strong foundation. And that's why it's like you guys had to keep being pulled apart, or things just haven't been working out. But you have to trust that everything is working out as it's meant to right now, okay? And if this is a person that you guys, I don't want to really say butt heads, but it's almost like you guys constantly butt heads, or you guys don't really see eye to eye. It's because you guys are mirroring each other and you're triggering the deeper things within you that needs to be healed. Now, if every time you guys come together, there is like, let's say if you're the communicator and the other one is the one that gets hostile or aggressive and doesn't want to talk about their feelings, you trigger them. You trigger that out of them. So that's why you guys end up fighting, because they're not comfortable expressing emotion or speaking on it. Whereas you might be more verbal and want to clear everything up, but have complete awareness of what the hell is going on. So you guys seem to be a little bit opposite, and it's like you have to find a common ground, but they have to heal that within themselves, because there might have been something that didn't allow them as a child to communicate and be honest with their feelings or what was going on. So you have to be who you truly are. You know, you have to stand in your authenticity if you ever want to make it anywhere in life. You know, everybody kind of shifts their personality a little bit. Even, you know, if it's for an interview, it's while you're working, it's when you're dealing with strangers, whatever it is, you know, we all shift a little bit. And it's okay to an extent, but it's when you lose yourself, when you lose the core of you, who you really are, is when things get complicated, because then you start relationships with, oh, well, I'm going to be this because that's what they want. And then after a year or two, you're like, this isn't really me, and I'm not happy, and they're not happy, and everything's fucked up. But it's because, you know, we meet our representatives. We don't meet the real us. Like, I just, you know, try not to do that. I get to a point where I'm like, I don't care. It's either you like me or you don't fucking like me. I'm not going to waste months and years of my life pretending something else. If this is me, this is me. If I'm crazy, then fuck it, I'm crazy. If you could deal with crazy, great. If you can't deal with crazy, then maybe I need somebody else. You know? So for some of you, you might need to speak. If you've been the one that was shitted on and everything else, you know, then obviously the other person has to find the confidence within themselves to come and say these things to you and tell you that they love you or tell you that they're sorry. They have to own their shit. And however it is, they have to own their shit. So you need to trust your intuition, okay? Believe that you are doing the right thing, and you know that you're doing the right thing. Even if you're not sure and you're like, oh, but I don't know. Be smart, okay? You've been through enough in your life for you to kind of weigh the pros and cons and know where things are going. So don't feel like, oh shit, I'm making the bad choice. This isn't the right thing. Because whatever offer you're being presented with, some of you might be getting some type of gift. It could be a ring, like whatever it is, there is some type of offer that's coming in. And like I said, there's a lot of love here. So I wouldn't even doubt that some of you are going to be getting engaged. So just be open to it. And it looks like there is some karmic situation that needs to be discarded or is being discarded. Okay, whatever you went through with the karmic partner, or if you're with them still right now, this situation needs to end. And it looks like it needs to end, but somebody's afraid to end this. Like somebody is afraid to speak the truth so that this situation can close and come to an end. All right, and again, someone may be giving to somebody else, and that's why things have been a little stagnant and not going the way you need them to go. But here they're showing that there is going to be truth that's going to be spoken. Okay, and it might give you the peace of mind that you've been looking for, but it's like someone is really working towards what they're trying to build for themselves. You know, it could be you, it could be them that's working on their business and putting the energy into that so that they can make you an offer. Because again, they're showing me this is something that is destined. This is something that is meant for you and is meant to happen. All right, you just have to believe it and allow the things that need to end, because we get stuck. You know, we're human and it just happens. We get comfortable, we get complacent, and it's like, oh, well, you know, do I really need to go? Do I really need to let this go? Ask yourself, how much progress have you made? How much has changed in your life? Because if you can sit there and say, nothing's really changed, and it's been 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, however many years, and it's been the same thing, just do something different. You know, because you know what this is. You can go back. but be fully aware of the things that you're doing. Now, here we are. Again, this is a message of union, a message of union that's coming in. And they want you to understand that it's important to share your experience. And it's not, you know, some of you, it might just be actually sharing the things that you've been through to help other people get through the things that they're going through, but also being receptive to the people that are trying to give you love, the people that are trying to support you and be there for you. And this is hard. This is hard for people that never had anyone that they could really trust, never had someone that they can really depend on, you know. And I know firsthand, because I don't think I trust anybody, if I'm being honest. And it's a terrible thing, because I'm always, it's almost like paranoid. You know, I always think somebody's trying to do something. So even if they're not, that's how I feel, because of the way I grew up and all of my experiences. So try to let your guard down enough so that people can see the beauty in you and feel the love that you have to give. You know, and it is a scary thing, but you have to find a way to do that and allow it to happen, so that way you can get to where you're going, okay? Stay focused on what it is that you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to get to a connection or create a connection, stay focused on that, because that's how you're going to manifest it. Because again, I got so many cards. Like every time I pull the cards, it's like union. You guys are coming together. Two of Cups. Here we go. So there is union that's going to come in. All right. So just understand that you're doing what you need to do to get everything to happen, because again, with the solid foundation. And if I repeat myself, it's the cards that come out that are the same, and it's because it is confirming what you guys need to hear, and they're like, this is important and this is what's happening. So again, you have to have the solid foundation. So like I said, if everything hasn't worked out, it's turned to shit, it's been a fucking process for you, it is because you need to break everything down. Even sometimes we have to break ourselves down to the point where we're building ourselves up, but we're building ourselves with the integrity that we want, the character, the morals, the values that we feel are important to us, and not what was given to us. So that way we can reprogram ourselves and have a better outcome. So that could be a pattern that needs to be broken, is however it is that you view relationships or unions, you know. And maybe you come from a broken home, and maybe you need to work on, hey, maybe we can work this out and fix it and make it better. Others of you need to learn how to just save yourself regardless of whatever's going on or what somebody else is feeling, okay? Because a lot of this has to do with your self-worth. And if you weren't given the love and the attention, and no one ever told you that you were important or allowed your voice to be heard, you know, that kind of influences how you feel about you. So you have to learn how to give that to yourself and listen to yourself, okay? Because you are you. You're a beautiful, unique person. We are all unique. We don't need to be like each other, because that would make the world boring. So be grateful for who you are and what you have to bring to the table. And try not to attach too many expectations, especially to yourself. You know, I personally cannot do more than maybe 2 things in a day, because I get so anxious and so overwhelmed that I immediately like, fuck this. I don't want to do nothing. Like, leave me alone. So try to just pace yourself, okay? Don't put so much on your plate, like, I need to do this, I need to do this. See where you were a year ago. See how much progress you've made. And be gentle with yourself, okay? Be gentle. Because again, I'm not joking. Like, when I tell you guys, I get the cards, this shit makes me laugh. We have come together. Then we have here another union. And then union again. So you guys, there's union coming. Like, when I tell you these cards just come, they keep fucking coming. But they're showing that there is going to be a new beginning in a relationship. And it is going to be either you're going to have a family with them, or you guys are going to be blending your families together. But it is going to come into fruition, and you have to have patience. Now, what they're showing me is a divine masculine energy that is really stuck in their head, and they keep getting triggered. Now, whatever it is that's triggering them, it could be, if they are with a karmic person, it could be that, or it could be that they're worried about you moving on and not giving them a second chance or an opportunity to fix what was messed up. So the pauses that you experience are very necessary. Okay, it's either pauses for you to heal or for them to heal, pauses to allow the relationship to heal. They are necessary pauses so that everything can take its place and move the way it's meant to move, okay? Because whoever this is, they're really, really keeping themselves stuck in their head and communication goes a long way. You know, I know people have a hard time doing it because they're afraid of the outcome or what's going to be said, but understand their words. You know, some words are not very nice, but I rather just say what the fuck I need to say than to sit there and drive myself crazy for 20 years. But that's just me, okay? And whatever it is, if you are planning on leaving and moving or doing something to better you, please stand your ground. Do not let somebody change your mind. Don't let anyone manipulate you or guilt trip you into staying somewhere where you do not feel you truly want to be and where you will not grow. Okay? Look at yourself as a flower. If you stick the fucking pot in a dark place and it's not getting the light or the nourishment that it needs, you have to move it into the light so that it can grow. That is the way you have to see yourself. Are you getting the nourishment? Are you growing? Are you getting what you need to truly prosper? You know, and some of you have to put your guard down. You know, and like I said earlier, you have to put your guard down in order for the good to come in. And, you know, if you're confused and you're not really sure, it's hard for you because you're not sure which way to go or who to trust or who you feel safe with. And you'll know who you feel safe with because you won't feel anxious. You'll feel at peace and everything will just flow. And you'll probably be a little bit more goofy. You'll be your more goofy self than the more serious, protected, and guarded self. Okay? You have to see how you feel around people because they're showing that there is a situation, whether it's you or someone else, that is moving on. And it looks like almost like it's the emperor, but like a very authoritative male, someone who's very has to control everything, the way everything goes. And maybe you are the controlling one that feels like you have to see how everything goes and try to manipulate it. You cannot, okay? Others of you are moving on from a controlling person and someone who tries to keep control over you. And you should not stay somewhere where you don't have the freedom to be who you are. And again, here we are with the like the pause. I told you there's a pause. You guys have to be patient with this. And you have to balance whatever is happening in the 3D and your spiritual life. You have to find a balance between the two. Because if you don't find that balance, then everything's going to feel out of whack. And you're not going to know which way to go or what's right and what's wrong. Okay, you have to find that place. Because it's like they're showing like circles. Like, you know, the patterns that we go on and that we keep ourselves in. We keep going and going. And it's like, okay, at what point are we going to step off of this? So whatever it is, just be patient, but don't stop working towards what it is that you want, okay? Just because the other person might not be ready doesn't mean you have to stop living your life. Because whatever is going on, there is going to be a solution. There's going to be a resolution to this situation. Just like I said, I don't know a lot of people's situations, so I don't know how toxic it is, because I know there's people that have very bad situations where it's abusive, and others that is not as bad. So, you know, you deal with it the best way you can deal with it, and don't let anyone else tell you, oh, if you wanted to leave, you could leave, because only you know the consequence of your action. Okay, it's easy to say you could leave if you want to leave, but the reality is, yeah, I could leave, and I can also fucking die once I leave. So, you know, weigh the options for whatever's best for you, and try to be as compassionate and as forgiving as you're going through this, okay? It's easy for us to get caught up with people and their emotions and kind of drop down to their level sometimes because we get so caught up and so hostile. But try not to. Try to be compassionate and understanding as to why they're feeling the way they're feeling and what's going on with them, okay? Because whoever this is, if it is the masculine energy, they have this very they're very cut off and detached. And if they have been acting that way towards you, then there is a transformation that's coming in for them. So if you've been the one detached or they have, but whatever this is, it's going to be changing because they have this, it's unhealthy. I want to say it feels unhealthy. But it's like they want more and more and more and more and more. Like no matter what you do, they're not satisfied. Okay, so they're watching you. Like I said, even if you haven't spoken to them, this person is watching you. And this third party person. So whether or not you are in a third party or they're in a third party, whatever this is, there is a tower moment that is coming to that situation. Okay. Now, I don't know if you are this individual, someone who's very outspoken, is, you know, kind of very positive, has a lot of energy. There's going to be a tower moment to a household situation, and it has to do like somebody's trying to be sneaky or hide something or is not giving you the full information, whatever it is, but there's going to be something that disrupts a home. All right, and it could be the third party, but whatever it is, it's necessary in order for the union to come in, because we have this that's coming in. So however this is happening, understand that all destruction is not bad destruction. It's necessary so that we build the things that we need to build. But whatever it is, there is some type of sneaky behavior. And again, here we are with the endings and beginnings. So there again, you have to let go of the past. Whoever is holding on to the past, if you're holding on to what somebody did to you, if you're holding on to a relationship, if you're whatever it is that you're holding on to that you know damn well you should have let go at some point or years ago, you need to let it go and move forward. All right, because holding on, it keeps you stuck. It helps you miss your opportunities, helps you to miss your blessings. It does all those terrible things for you because you're like, no. You know, we're so afraid to move forward that we rather stay in the hell that we know. And we can't live our life like that. You have to let it go. You have to allow yourself to love and to be loved. You know, like me, I can give love. But when you try to give me love, I'm just like, stay over there. I don't trust you. I don't want you that close to me. I don't know what you're going to do. And my heart can't handle no more shit. And that's bad. It's a bad thing, you know. It's something that it takes time to work through, but as you get through it, you know, it gets better. But understand, if you I don't know if some of you do like you do candle rituals, you know, with the full moon, whatever it is that you're doing, do it with a pure heart. Okay, don't do anything out of malice or anger. Do it with a pure heart, because that's how you're going to manifest what it is that you want. Now, there's some message or messages that you're going to be getting, and it could just be Mercury retrograde that has us fucked up in the game, where there's all types of confusion and deception that's coming about from whoever's coming back into the picture. But there is some type of communication that is deceptive that you're going to be getting. Okay, now they're trying to confuse you, or it's going to be some type of illusion. And I got deception here twice. So whatever this is, it is, be careful, okay? Whatever you have going on, whether it's travel, if it's communication that's coming in, whatever it is, there's some type of deceitful communication happening that's trying to confuse you, okay? And again, it could just be Mercury retrograde bringing up the past to help us resolve our shit. But again, after all of this, we have a pause, because they're showing that someone is sitting, it's numbing, they're numbing. And again, with the communication. So whatever communication it is, it's about family, all right? And it's showing like it's going to happen soon, or the clock's ticking, time's running out, because there's someone that is pretending, someone that is, they're not being who they are, or they have this front like, oh, I have everything and everything is good and I'm so happy, and it's not that. That's not true, because they're showing that they're numbing themselves, okay? So whatever it is, they're self-medicating, and whatever they're showing is not fucking real. And it's whatever mask they have is gonna fall, and it looks like it's gonna be soon, because the clock's ticking. So whatever it is, like I said, the deception, it can either be self-deception or it could be a deception towards you, but I feel like it has to do with the communication or the messages that you're getting. So just be careful with what's happening with that. And they want you to be devoted and committed to what it is. So if you guys have spiritual gifts and you're working on your spirituality, be devoted to it. You know, it's hard. I know it's hard, because I go back and forth sometimes, especially when you have kids. Just try to be as consistent as you can when you're doing this, because it'll help you to bring balance to yourself in the situation. And stand in your power, okay? You have to believe that you have the strength to get through whatever it is, because they're showing that some of you may be moving, or getting divorced, or there's other decisions that need to be made. So whatever it is, just believe that you have the power. Even if you physically don't, the spirits, your ancestors, your angels, they have the strength to give you. They will help you, because some of you feel like you're not making the decision, because it's like you're only looking at it from like, hey, I'm in the house with my family and this is what I like, this feeling, instead of looking at the bigger picture, like what exactly is my being here going to impact. Am I going to be able to fulfill my spiritual purpose? Am I going to be able to reach the people I need to reach if I stay in this situation? Or am I going to continue to just sit here and wallow away? You know, you have to really look at things from a different perspective to see what it is you need to do, because they're saying that you keep letting your past hold you back. Okay, and as much as we love the people in our lives, as much as we may have good memories, whatever it is, if you are not growing, if you are not progressing in your life, then you are stuck. You are stagnant. I don't care how many years you have, if you haven't made it to where you want to be and are comfortable in your life and are happy, you're holding on to the past. You have to let the past go. It's not going to get you to where you want to go, and everybody's going to be miserable. So please, they want you to just stand tall in what it is that you are choosing for yourself, and don't stoop to anyone else's level. Okay, we decide if we're going to argue, we decide if we're going to entertain people, we decide how things are going to go. So if you feel like, okay, you know what, you're starting an argument, I'm very quick to be like, I won't talk, I won't say shit, I'll let you say whatever you want to say, and I'm not responding, or I'm going to say, I'm not arguing with you. Like, I'll say what it is, and that's it. We're not doing this. Like, you resolve your shit and you work it out, because I'm not fighting with you. So make sure that you stay true to yourself, okay? Always stay true to you, because whatever separation this is, some of you have been longing to be free of whatever this is. Like, you're just like, oh my God, I can't wait. But it's like you're having such a hard time to get there. And others of you, it's just the separation from whoever you're with or trying to be with. But you have the strength, okay? You have that. And everything is going to come out okay. But there is, like I said, whatever this is, something that has you really stuck and really sad, and you just feel, it's almost like your spirit is broken. You know, it's yours or the other person, but the spirit is like really broken and nobody's speaking because they feel very lonely. So if that's you, understand, you know, you have the strength, because again, I have the Three of Swords. Jesus, I have the swords, the fucking devil again. Whatever this is, there's some deception going on here. And I'm trying to piece it together, but I cannot. But it's some form, someone you're dealing with, or some communication, whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's not honest. It's not right. Like, there's something that's not right about this. Whatever this cycle is, they want it to come to an end, but it looks like after the cycle ends or has come to an end, you know, there's a lot of stress. It's like not letting go, and you're really staying up all night and in your head about it. Like, you need to realize this. And others, it's there's a cycle that ended, and someone's really in their head about bringing an offer, but the offer that they're bringing seems to be taking a million fucking years, okay? And it might be taking forever because they are still heartbroken and trying to deal with it, and they might still feel bound. And if you feel bound, that's not a way you want to live your life. I don't care. You should not feel bound. You should be free to do whatever the hell it is that you want. And others, you know, whatever this is, it looks like there is pain from someone who is very, I don't want to say, I'm going to have to say narcissistic, domineering, controlling. Whatever this is, it's a heartache that's coming in from that. And that could be the person that you're leaving to go towards someone else, or maybe the person you're waiting for is leaving someone like that, and they're still dealing with their shit. But I have a lot of not good cards here. A lot of dark energy and a lot of sadness and a lot of bondage. So whatever is going on for this energy, there is someone that is just kind of throwing them back and not dealing with life. So please understand that if something did come to an end, it's not the end of the world, and it's not terrible. Okay? We need endings in order to have new beginnings. And the things that we are not able to see when these things happen are typically the blessings that we'll see later on down the road. Okay? So don't feel like, oh, this ended and it's terrible. No, it ended because you learned what you needed to learn, or you gained whatever it was you needed to gain out of that situation. Allow it to be that, and move forward, and be thankful for the opportunity, the presence, the love, whatever you got from that. Be thankful for it and move forward. Don't hold on to that. Don't hold on to this, whatever this is. You know, I know when we go through the pain, but the pain is temporary. The pain only happens one time. It only goes on if we keep reliving it, if we allow it to stay in our heads. That's why it keeps on. let it go. You know, even if it's, try not to think about it every day, all day. Try to think about different things, because that's how we let it go. You know, it's it's not going to disappear because it's always going to be there, but it's like, hey, you know, I'm not as focused on it, so I'm not allowing it to consume me. You know, and that's just me personally. That's how I deal with it, because I don't have time to sit here and wallow in my pity for like a fucking year. It's all right, you know, that sucks. You hurt my feelings, and I have to move forward, you know, and I can't stay thinking about it because you're going to be sad. So don't do that to yourself. But those are the readings, and I don't know. I kind of wish it was the other way, because the last one was not great. But I love you guys, and I really hope that this gives you some clarity and helps you figure out whatever it is you have going on. You know, sometimes it's hard to give the hard messages. They're not my favorite ones, but I have to give them because that's what they say. But, you know, I'll try to be on here again. I love you. Thank you so, so much, and I'll talk to y'all later.